Whoa.
I gotta take Wi-Fi off. So slow.
Let's go! Come on! Let me give him a Ric Flair. Alright, ready to go? Let me turn this fan on to get a little bit of air.
Alrighty.
Hope everybody's ready for this one.
Hey Alex, how are you? I see some of you guys are chatting. Before starting, I see Flora Moore made a comment. I was gonna read her comment. Jack Nolte, Aspire. Yeah.
Alright, ready to go?
Yeah.
Lock in? Let's go.
Sister to Queen. Wow, you're on.
My lady.
I'm honored.
My lady.
Oh, Gene Swartz. Hello.
South Africa?
Must be a good time for them.
Worldwide event.
It's like 5 o'clock. Yeah, it's not a worldwide event.
Worldwide, he's in South Africa. How's that not
Oh,
worldwide?
I thought you meant like this is a worldwide event.
Alright, you ready to go?
Yeah.
Alright, hello and welcome
Wait.
back.
Oh, it's midnight. I was about to ask him.
I hope you're studying, young man.
Yeah.
Better get in those books.
I'm hearing depression after the losses. Laugh out loud.
We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that.
Okay.
That's all we're going to talk about. All right. Hello and welcome back to another 5K tennis discussion. Today is Tuesday, May 18th, 2021. And we have done now 2 shows, 2 days in a row. What does that mean, Carla? A major is brewing. A major is brewing. Let's go. Come on. What's wrong?
Do you guys like this wet look?
She's always tripping on something. All right. This may be a kind of a medium to long introduction. There's a lot of shout outs we're going to do to start out the show. If we cut out, if this show just stops streaming, hang tight. We'll try to restart it. If we're not able to restart it, then refresh our channel homepage and we'll get another part 2 started relatively quickly. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, especially if you want to compete for the $250 or tennis racket of your choice and a lot of other things like Y-Tech strings and a lot of different things we're going to be giving out for the French Open. Do not forget to subscribe if you want to compete with a lot of these beasts out here because there's a lot of ballers that play some of these games. So competition is always good. Anyway, I wanted to apologize to everyone for something that I just realized, and you may think I'm just dumb, and I am. I'm just a dumb human being. I think we all are, but nonetheless, I didn't realize that when we monetized our shows, that ads would pop up throughout it when you're trying to watch it, and I realized that today. There's nothing worse than watching something that people are talking actively on and an advertisement pops up. So I took that off. So if that happens again, please let me know because that's not our goal is to make money off ads. That's the least of our worries. So
well, you really don't make money out of ads.
Well,
to be real, you're not, no.
Well, either way, it should be off. So if that happens, please let us know. When I go to sleep at night, I listen to things on like physics and quantum science and quarks and dark matter, and I always get pissed if an ad pops up right in the middle of a lecture. But anyway, don't forget that if you want to compete for the lot of cash, the rackets, whatever, go to the playlist on this channel that indicates French Open or Roland Garros 2021 fantasy team and tennis racket giveaway competition. All the rules will be there. So if you want to play, check that video out and you'll know exactly how to play. All right? Starting today's show with some shout outs before we get into the debate. Let's go. Starting today with some shout outs as always. Number 1, Ryan Mason. Ryan Mason has been continuous with us for the past couple of months now. And it went in so far as Ryan coming to our oldest son's tournament, and every day he seems to assist us more and more with coaching and doing this show. So
well, I would like for him, Ryan, if you're watching, and I'll text you later, but maybe I'll teach your little guy, and maybe you can give a lesson to when he gets a little bit older, because he's too little. He's like 8 months old.
Weston.
But maybe you can give Lily a lesson on that beautiful backhand that you have. You know, he sent me a video of the backhand, and I think sometimes when you teach your own kids, hearing it from somebody else that knows about the game, they will soak it in better and they will learn a lot faster. So I don't know.
Much love,
Maybe
Ryan.
something I don't know.
And we do aim to get Ryan Mason here for an appearance with us in the middle with the show coming up soon. Second shout out, Furzy09. Furzy09, we haven't heard from you in a while. He jumped into the conversation yesterday, so welcome back, bro. Much love to you. LS Fire. LS Fire is out there. Okay, you just said he was.
Yes.
LS Fire made two really good comments yesterday, so I wanted to bring them up. Yesterday we talked about sportsmanship and a tournament that our second oldest son played in, and there was some bad sportsmanship going on. And anyway, LS Fire made a comment, and I was talking about accuracy under pressure, meaning can we still aim for our spots if we're under pressure versus if we're not under pressure? He made a statement, and I quote, I wrote it down. Accuracy under pressure doesn't help if you hit close to the lines and the opponent cheats and calls it out.
Yes, and I responded to him. I said, well, that only happens in junior tennis or leagues or at college, they have umpires, so that's not going to happen. And professional tennis, that's not going to happen because they have, you know, all the technology now. So it would be only in junior tennis and anything non-professional.
The way I was raised, there was three things: never lie, never steal, and never cheat. I wish everyone thought that way. You're absolutely correct. There's no way you can overcome stupidity or cheaters. So unfortunately, he just had to roll with the blows in this incident. He made a second comment. He asked the question, and I felt like it was a good time for us to answer this question. LS Fire asked this question, and I quote, "Why didn't your son contact the referee of the tournament when they disagreed instead of letting the opponent cheat?" Now, let me put this into context. Our son was in the middle of a dogfight in a semifinal match that was very important, and in the midst of an important tournament that involved their UTR ratings. He needed to win the match. And my feelings on why he didn't do that. I felt like he thought he could win. I felt like he knew he was going to win.
Yes. Well, he was up 4-1. It was 30-40 break point for him, and that point was out. And I thought that, you know, because his opponent, by the way, was wearing a Roger Federer hat, had his towel over his head and stuff, I thought that maybe Christopher felt super confident that he was going to win. But like I told him in the future, I don't feel like he had to call the umpire because it was one call. It was one line, and mistakes can happen.
It was a very important point.
Sure, but I don't think you need to call and then put more tension and more pressure on yourself.
Right.
Because once there's an umpire there, now you have eyes on you, so there is more pressure as well.
I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah, and then that could
Excellent
change
take.
the whole match. I felt like he wanted to battle it out with this guy. It was between him and the guy, and that's it. No one else had to get involved.
What occurred, if you missed it, my son was in a semifinal at an important tournament. He was defending his title from the year before. This first set they played, Chris took it 7-5. They were in the second set, and Chris, I think, was up 4-1 at that point. He was down a break point. The young man, hit a ball out, clearly out, and Chris held his finger up. But he didn't say out, he just held his finger up. We all saw it anyway, so but he hit at the same time because he was making sure it didn't hit the line. So he kind of hit and then put his finger up. Mm-hmm. So it goes back across the other side. The kid was already moving in on the ball because it was a short ball, and he killed it for a winner. And then instead of Chris saying, "Yo, your ball was out, I stopped the point," he went ahead and played it and let him have the winner. It was a crucial point because the momentum changed for a small point in time. It went from 4-1 potentially being up 5-1, a double break, to 4-1 to 4-2, and then Chris had to fight back to
4-3 ended up, and then
So it was an important point, but I think he felt confident about winning the match.
Alice Fire said, "My son has issues along the lines we discussed. He is in U12 now." Well, that's why. My daughter, the match that she played, he didn't finish watching. She was playing on clay, and the girl was calling all her shots that hit, on clay. If it hits the tape, it has a really funky bounce and it has a sound, and the girl would call it out. And many crucial points that had he watched, he would have seen that she could have won that match. She didn't know to call the umpire either because they're 12 years old. Why would they call the umpire? She was playing an older student, an older girl that was about to be 15. had she called the umpire, like you said, Ellis Fire, things could have changed.
Much love to you, bro. Really, really good comments yesterday and great questions. Next shout out, and we're gonna get into this topic because I know everybody's itching for the topic. 4 shout out is to Joanna Sa, and Joanna Sa is someone I had never seen prior to yesterday. So number 1, welcome to the group. Let's go, all right. But her comment was beautiful. It was simple and it was really motivating. I'm gonna quote this. You ready? Mm-hmm. She says, "Hi there. It's my first time actually commenting on anything on YouTube. Now I am afraid I won't be able to stop." All right. Well, hopefully you keep.
I saw one comment, so she did stop.
Yeah. So hopefully she keeps going and doesn't get planted into the ground on YouTube. But nonetheless, thank you very much for us being your first comment ever on YouTube. All right.
We'll talk about that, Jack Nolte, about Serena and Federer.
Yeah, we're getting right into that. We're getting right to that, and it's it. A couple other shout outs, and we're going to move forward to Jean-Francois Tellier. I'm assuming he's French. Yin Hao Kur, my science fiction brother, Matt Kane, Mark B, Flo Chan, Issa Yagami, Tomas Z. Those are all people that we were communicating with in comments throughout the last show. But who am I missing, Carlo? What person am I missing on the shout out list? This guy 1000. This guy 1000 has been a viewer for a long time. On yesterday's show, I told everyone the comment of the day would result in myself and Carla sending you 5 sets of White strings of your choice or $20 US. He took that, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Carla to read his comment. This comment had to do with okay, I'll read it. So this comment had to do, is it open? It doesn't look very, it was long.
That's it. There you go. That's what you sent me.
But his comment, you have to expand it. You have to go to YouTube and expand it.
Okay, so the screenshot.
Yeah, just go to the, but anyway, so we made a comment yesterday about commentators here in the United States. They're really good at mispronouncing names, and then when they realize the real pronunciation, then they change it. We talked about Muguruza, and now it's Muguruza. We've talked about a ton of names, but we had recently Swiatek is how we always heard it here.
Well, I had a Polish guy that said Schwatek, but I guess he was wrong too.
I guess so. Long story short is this guy 1000 not only broke out the right answer, but he also wrote it, her proper pronunciation, like in the dictionary, like when you see it in brackets and you have to actually just sound it out. You know what I mean? Anyway,
so Gene, he said you were wrong.
Yeah, he definitely called you out on that one. So let me read you this comment so everybody knows. Here we go. Swiatek, what? That's the wrong comment. That's the wrong one. Anyway, if she doesn't find it, I'll make a long.
I have it.
I'll make a long story short.
Here it is. He made several comments.
Okay, here we go. This guy 1000, you win. Let me know what your information is. I think he's won a prize before.
Yes.
But let me know, and we'll send you either the $20 US immediately or the 5 sets of White strings. Here's his comment, and then we talk about Federer and Serena right off the bat. All right. This guy 1000 says, at 39 minutes and 52 seconds, Gene is talking garbage. He smiled about it. He's a fan. Okay. He said sorry. He even apologized. He said sorry, Gene. The proper pronunciation is indeed Swiatek. He even made it like the dictionary, right? There's even a video of Iga herself saying how to pronounce her name. So the commentators are right. They didn't just pull that pronunciation out of thin air. You might be confused because you see letter A, end quote, in her name, but it's not the usual A like in English and other languages that use the Roman/Latin alphabet. It's the Polish letter A, and he even made the little letter that I didn't even know you could do with a little squiggly thing on the bottom of it. And he says that letter A has an accent on the bottom, so her name is Swiatek and not Swiatek. Everyone just writes Swiatek for convenience. So because of the knowledge drop and he went Latin and broke out the crazy letter, he wins.
Cool.
Enough said?
Cool.
Let's go.
How about if I just say the 19-year-old?
There you go.
That'll work.
Topic number 1. Let's go.
Gene's got those Polish names are so hard. Yes, they are.
Good job, this guy 1000. You won. All right. Topic number 1. Roger Federer and Serena Williams both lose on the same day. Let me repeat that. Roger Federer and Serena Williams both lose on the same day. Why? Why? Ask yourselves why, and think about it before we debate this. By the way, throughout this debate, if you're on Team JD, that's me. If you're on Team Carla, that's her. And I have a feeling we strongly disagree on this. We wrote a lot of stuff separately, and I told her that I plan to win this debate. So hopefully, if you're on my team, you're ready to go. All right?
Yeah.
Because I don't think.
Where do we start? You're right.
Here's a couple of things that I'm expecting to hear. I'm expecting to hear something like, "It was just clay. It was just clay." Okay. I'm expecting to hear some things like, you name it. It doesn't really matter. You know, he's just getting back. I'm expecting to hear it all.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, you start, Carla.
Okay,
why
all,
doesn't it matter that Roger Federer lost this tournament?
Did you guys make a big deal when Djokovic lost to Daniel Evans just a few months ago, a month ago, on clay, and the guy is like awesome, unbelievable? No one made a big deal about it that he lost.
So wait a minute, you're telling me Dan Evans is quote unquote awesome and unbelievable on clay?
I'm talking about Djokovic is unbelievable on clay. He lost to Evans, for God's sake.
Fair enough.
Evans, did we find that to be a big deal? First of all, hasn't Roger Federer not played a tournament in a very long time? Two,
okay, no,
play.
She's already wrong, but I'll get to my take.
He hasn't played a tournament in a long time because of injury.
Okay, I guess you forget
Question, has Federer played any tennis since his injury?
Yeah, and Doha, where he lost to Bashvili on a hard court, but was it just hard then? Was it just a hard court when that happened?
Okay, wait a minute.
She forgot about that. See?
Okay, well, this guy...
Point one for Team A.
Point one, Federer has lost in many first rounds. 2013, he lost at Wimbledon to Stakowski. Was that a big deal? I mean, he won a slam after that. He was older. Is that a big deal? He's lost to many people on clay, French Open, first round, 2003, 2002.
I'm curious. Do you have who he lost to?
He lost to Mario Ancik on 2002, who was 150 something in the world.
Ancik, not a bad player, but okay.
But he was 150.
But Federer was like 12 years old then.
Okay, but he lost in 2013 at his surface on grass. Does that matter?
So,
at a Grand Slam. This is the Geneva Open. Who cares? Let's go.
When Carla starts smiling, you know she's unprepared.
Wait a minute. In 2000, wait, I have here, Djokovic loses to Evans. I said on clay. Steve Darcis beats Nadal at Wimbledon. I'm just comparing all the first round losses, okay, to 135 seed on a Grand Slam. This is not a Grand Slam, so it doesn't matter. He's lost at the Australian Open, Nadal, in 2015 to Verdasco, to Paul Goldenstein. I mean, these are players that Vince Spadea lost.
Federer was a junior.
This is Nadal.
Whatever, so was he.
He's lost in 2018 at the Miami Open to Kokkinakis in the second round. I mean, I'm just comparing.
Lack of preparation.
Lack of preparation.
She forgot who she was fixing to debate. Lack of preparation.
My point is, this really doesn't matter.
Okay.
The guy is playing clay, really, to get some matches on. Do we expect him to do well? No. Was I shocked that he lost the first round? Not really. He is older. I mean, Andujar has had some big wins in his career.
Look, Andujar's like 34, 35
He's 35 years old.
Andujar's been on tour for a very long time.
So has Federer, man. I mean, Andujar has been...
But he's a little bit younger. He's a little bit younger.
35 to, how old am I? 41, so he's 39. So 4 years. 4 years. Okay, so this guy, Andujar's beat Ferrer when he was number 8 in the world. He's beat Thomas Berdych when he was number 6 in the world. He's beat Tipsarevic when he was number 8 in the world.
We're talking like a generation ago.
I'm just comparing. I don't think...
I'm talking to here and now. You're going back to...
Who cares that he lost this? It's not a big deal. People try to make news out of something so stupid.
Oh, I'm going to make news out of it.
Look, I could understand if he was playing Wimbledon and he lost in the first round.
He might lose in the first round of Wimbledon this year, Carla. He might lose in the first round of Wimbledon this year, Carla.
Do you want to make a bet?
Look, Wimbledon surely will give him a nice little first round match because we all know that the draws aren't manipulated. The draws are completely random, right? Now, you know Federer's going to get a garbage first round match against a qualifier.
Okay, let me go back to some comments.
Take some comments before I rant. And by the way, I'm sure I have a lot of people wanting to...
Sister Queen says both Serena and Federer lost in the Wimbledon 2019. That's right. I have Serena's stats as well. Alex Couillard said, I thought Federer was going to win since he was up 4-2 in the third set. Ellis Fire says, no, but it's tough for Federer to start on clay. Thank you. That's a great point. Alex Couillard said if it was a hardcore match, they both would have won today.
Agree. Okay, stop right there. Who said that comment right
Alex
there?
Couillard.
Alex, I love you. You know, like a brother. Let's go, Alex. But I'm calling bullshit on that. Because did not Basilashvili beat Federer in 3 sets at Doha at the
Second round.
I don't care about the
Second round.
Are you telling me you
Second round, and he just got back from injury. That was his first match back from injury.
But a moment ago, I'm calling shit research because
Justin,
you said she had.
Let me tell you something. Mickey Mouse could beat you on clay. Just saying.
Why you gotta throw a Mickey Mouse?
I'm just saying.
Why you gotta throw a Mickey
That's
Mouse?
how bad you are on clay. Federer, he's older. He can't quite slide. It's not his best surface. His game doesn't suit that surface.
All I'm saying is this. Everyone is saying right now, well, it is just clay. You know, we like Roger a lot, and you know,
First of all,
it's just clay.
you guys-
But what did anybody say when Basilashvili beat him on hardcourt? Did they say, oh, it's just hardcourt?
He just got back from injury. Wait a minute. I mean, did you make a big deal when Djokovic lost to Evans? Djokovic has been on point, number one in the world, younger than Federer. Did you make a big deal out of that shit?
I mean, not a huge one.
Exactly.
I'm not making a big deal.
Exactly. So why would you make a big deal that Federer lost in the first round to Andujar in 3 sets on clay?
Carla Cecilia, let me tell you something right now, okay? First and foremost.
Oh, it's quarterfinals. Even better.
What quarterfinals?
Bashvili was in the quarterfinals.
But either way, he lost to Basilashvili's.
This guy hates Federer, man.
Baby, I've got a Federer tattoo on my back, and I've got a whole Federer hat collection.
Here, I'm gonna put I love Djokovic, and
okay, let me say my piece for a second. Let me say my piece about Federer, okay? For a couple of years now on this show, since we started it, I have indicated that I'm a realist. I don't like to bullshit anybody. When we have tennis students that come to us, I don't like to bullshit them and simply to attain another lesson. I like to give them a reality check. Hey, you need to work on this. You need to start working on that. And if not, you're going to get your ass kicked. Do I not? Am I right or wrong?
I'm a realist too.
Okay.
So?
Okay. For a couple of years now, I have indicated that because of Roger Federer's age, no disrespect, he's 39 years old. He is soon to be 40. Look, in truth and reality, Carla, you and I have played competitive tennis nonstop for many years up until this very day. After we hit the 4-0, that's 40, am I right about that?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. My Spanish is getting better. But since we hit the big 4-0, me 43, it takes me longer to recover. If we go out and play a couple of sets, I can't walk for 2 days. And the thing is that they have more miles on their shoes than we do on our shoes. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
They played every day, day in and out for years. And now they're in that 40 range, mamacita.
Well,
So,
one is 39, and what's Serena's 39?
whatever. Dollar short, day late. Whatever.
What are you saying? The guy's lost in the first round. But Venus keeps playing, and you're okay with it.
You're missing the point.
What's the point?
I've never projected that Venus Williams has a shot or a chance to win another major. I like Venus because she's a beautiful player. She's one of my favorite grass court players of all time. But I have never indicated, never once, that I thought Venus could win another major.
Gene, I like your comment. Your comment is good. Remember that these guys need match plays because they're not playing much anymore. They take longer to play better, so it's basically 1 by 1. Exactly what you just said. That as we get older, it takes longer. We need more recovery.
All right.
So, therefore, they are trying to get as many matches. I was surprised that he even played the Geneva Open being on clay. I was surprised Serena chose to play another tournament on clay. Lions, I think it was, after losing in Rome. But I get it. They need more match play. Do I think they're going in with the expectation that they're going to win this slam? I don't think so. You know, they've been through the whole COVID thing. I just think they need more matches. That's it.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if they lose. Smaller tournaments do not matter when you have that many slams. It just doesn't matter.
Okay.
You know, Grand Slams is what matter. I'm sure that Serena will take a bigger defeat. I mean, she did lose, I think, in the 2019 French Open. I think it was in the first round to Rosano, something like. I'm not sure. 2019. That she took hard. I don't think that she took this loss today really hard.
Okay. In my opinion, Roger Federer has zero chance again to win any major for the rest of his career. Much love to Roger, but he's not going to win another one. Number 2, I will take one bet only with anyone out there that wants to take the bet. And you're not going to have to come out of pocket very much if you lose. Let's do this. 10-1 odds. 10-1. Give me one person out there to take this bet. You put up $10 US. 10. That's DS, right? Let's go. You put up $10 US. What's up, Sister the Queen? Come on, give me that bet. $10 US. I'll pay you 10-1 odds if I lose. That's 100. You put up 10, I'll give you $100 US if Roger Federer wins another major. If when he retires and he goes, hey, I love the game and it's time for me to go, no matter what, that's when the bet ends. Okay? If he wins another major before then, you win $100. If he does not win another major before that, you owe me $10. Who's going to take the bet? Don't tell me someone's not scared.
Anyways,
scared to take
I'm going
that
to read
bet.
these comments, and I will read the comment about that Flora Moore made, okay, which I have to disagree with her. She said, my thoughts on retirement, save their dignity. Allow people to think of them at their peak. They should just enjoy all the money and they have and be with their family to attend their charities. They should fire all those people, encourage them to still play. The demand of this sport at the highest level is not good for their aging bodies. Just the reality of life.
Love that lady.
Well, then why did Connors play till he was 44 years old? Why did, in the U.S., everybody got excited to see him play when he was 44? He didn't want to retire. He was, just like you said, Venus is enjoying herself on the tennis court. Who are we to tell these guys that, hey, you shouldn't be playing anymore. You should retire. You should go enjoy your family. Don't make a fool of yourself. Who are we? Who are we to say to them that they should retire?
I don't think that's what the conversation is about.
She's saying that they should have their dignity, that their record is going to get worse. Most
it is going to get worse. That's true.
We've seen this so many times in pros. Not many people get lucky like Steffi Graf decided to retire in her 30s, go out with a bang, or Pete Sampras wins his last slam, go out with a bang. Not many of them get to do that. Agassi he had to retire. Some of them just have to retire because they don't have a choice. But let's be real, the tennis field is not that strong in the men. I mean, Djokovic, Nadal, and there's just the rest. So why wouldn't Federer think that he has a chance? Serena's still in the top 10, isn't she?
Yes, you're correct
it's
there.
It's different if there were 155 in the world and they still want to play, but they're not.
Where I'm coming from, Carla, is can he still compete for a major? Venus Williams has never been in this conversation as she going to win another major.
No, but I have to bring players she said they should retire. McEnroe retired at 46. Ken Roswell was 46.
That's a different era.
Federer 37. Haas 39 still playing. I mean, there's a lot.
You're going to tell me Tommy Haas is a threat to anybody?
No, but Connors was, and he had 125 titles.
Okay,
let me ask you, 125 titles.
Okay, Carla, let me ask you a trivia question, Carlita. Let me ask you this question. Do you remember the match that Jimmy Connors played at the U.S. Open with his yellow racket? Who did he play? Aaron Krickstein, right?
Yes.
Are you telling me that is synonymous with where Federer is right now?
Federer's better.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
So why would you not think he has a chance? This guy made it to the 4th round of the U.S. Open at age 44.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I have to agree with a lot of your comments. Sister the Queen says Federer and Serena have their pride. They will walk away when they know they can't win anymore. That's right. They believe they can win. If they have a good draw, which can happen, some people can go out. You never know. Opportunities always happen.
But Sister the Queen knows she's like my lady. She's my poetic justice. She's my everything, all right? In terms of she feels my energy. I get it. She's not scared to tell me what's up. She knows that. So my question is, though, is that one comment. Go back to what she said at the last minute so I make sure
Federer and Serena have their pride. They will walk away when they know they can't win anymore.
Okay. Do you really think that Federer or Serena, and we're going to get to Serena in a minute, do you really think My Roses Are Red, Violets Are Blue, the show wouldn't be nearly as what it was, not that it's much, without you? Do you really think that either one of these people are going to win another major?
Absolutely.
Who and how and when and why?
Wait a minute. Didn't Serena make a whole bunch of finals just last year?
Didn't Serena Williams
the year before?
Didn't Serena Williams lose to Roberta Vinci at the U.S. Open while Drake was watching?
Wait a minute. That was before she even had a baby. What are you talking about?
So it's even worse now, Carla.
Hingis lost in the prime of her career. She was young to Eva Maioli. That shit happens, Justin. That was a stupid comparison because the girl came back.
I'm not. She couldn't beat Vinci when she was pre-baby, and you're telling me she's going to
But she beat everybody when she was pregnant. What's your point?
I'm getting dumber right now.
She's made a whole bunch of finals, and and lost. She's been that close.
I don't get it.
Come on, Justin.
I don't get the
You
rationale.
wish you had half of her talent.
Well, obviously, because I wouldn't be sitting right here.
Man.
That's a.
Alex Couillard says Serena made the Aussie Open semifinals at age 39, and if Osaka wasn't on her side of the draw, then I think she would have beaten Brady in the final.
Okay, that's a good knowledge drop because that could have happened, but it didn't. So coulda, woulda, shoulda, dollar short.
But you
day
said
late.
that she can't even. Freaking girl is in the top 10. If you're saying, well, she's not gonna win a slam. I mean, the women's is so unpredictable, which is why the guys are always saying, "Oh, I don't want to talk about women's because anybody can win."
Do you know the old saying, "Time and tide waits for no man," or I guess today you have to say, "No one." Time and tide waits for nobody. Let me put this out there. Let me put this out there. Just listen to me on this one because this is important. Because this is going to tie in.
I'm going to read more comments.
We're going to read a lot of comments. Let's go. Our kids went to a play, so we're like, "What's up?"
No, he's like, "What's up?" I thought this was no big deal that they lost.
Okay, it's not a big deal. It's a duh moment. When I heard that Serena Williams lost today and Roger Federer lost today, you know what my reaction was, Carla? Duh. Well,
she just lost that.
Well, duh. They should have lost. And your reaction was like, okay, well, it's just clay.
Well, Serena, wait a minute. She hasn't played. She went to Rome. She lost in the first round. Then she goes and wins one round against a 17-year-old and then loses to a Siniakova, who's had a pretty decent career, who's been in the 30s, top 30s.
I think
her best surface is on clay. She plays doubles, won a major on clay.
Who? Siniakova won a major. Okay.
Hello, listen.
I'll take that.
She knows how to play on the surface.
Okay.
It's Serena's worst surface. For a big girl like her, muscular, who's not that's where she's won the least slams. It's a tough surface on her. It was a tough surface when she was dominating. Why wouldn't it be tougher now?
All right, I'm going to throw out a couple of dates, and I hope you listen to these dates.
Yeah, I was about to say that, Alex.
Teaser. I was born, personally myself, I was born November 20th, 1977, so I'm 43. Carla was born on August the 8th, 1979, 41. Okay? Roger Federer was born on her same very day, August 8th, but 1981. And Serena Williams was born on September the 26th, 1981. I'm 43. Miss Carlita here, Miss Claycourt, excuse her for Federer and Serena.
I hate Clay, by the way. Hate it.
Is 41, and both Federer and Serena are 39, with Federer being just a hair older than Serena. Carla, I'm going to ask you some yes or no questions, and I don't need all that mouth that I always get. I'm just asking for some yes or no damn questions. Can I get that?
Okay.
Carla, do you think we do a pretty good job on trying to stay fit? Do you think so?
Yes.
We're on the court 7 hours a day.
I'm trying to get in better shape, yes.
Okay? Carla, about a year and a half ago, you and I were still playing sets every day and smack talking sets where we would actually get in each other's faces and get pissed off, right? And what happened? I broke my arm twice and blew my knee out badly, right? Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
One meaning Serena and Federer, one cannot win majors if you are not primed and ready athletically, physically, and mentally for 3 out of 5 sets for the men, and 2 out of 3 sets when it comes down to millions of dollars for the young girls that are 25, 26, 27 years old that are hungry. They're hungry. They're freaking hungry, and they're fit, and they're ready, and they want to eat your face. I'm not saying that's not Serena, but she has things like a daughter. She has.
She might still want to shove a ball down someone's throat.
She might still want to shove a ball down someone's throat, but she damn sure may not be able to get there every other day for 7 matches, just the same way that Federer won't be able to do so either. Okay, number 1. Okay, age is everything when it comes to being 40. Versus someone 25. Is it a shock that Roger Federer lost to Pablo Andujar? Well, duh, no. He's younger. He's a clay court specialist, and Federer doesn't like the clay.
He's not a clay court specialist.
Is it a shock that Serena Williams lost to Siniakova, who is 60 in the world currently, who's young? She's 25, 26. She's there. She's ready. She's ready to make a name for herself.
Knows how to play name for herself. Well, she knows how to play on the surface. It's natural for the Europeans to play on that on clay, whereas the Americans have always had trouble, which is why Serena hired Patrick to help her. But still, she hasn't won many French Opens. She's beatable on this surface.
Take some comments.
Just beatable. Well, too much information left out. Okay. I wasn't giving you, I meant in every subject of our life, we're very passionate. I didn't mean like that. I think you took it that way.
It's okay.
Yeah. I'll go back to the beginning because there's so many comments.
Yeah, let's get some comments here. We've said enough, and then we're going to shift it to Serena, and then morph the two together. And then there's a giveaway coming.
It does not matter. Okay.
There's a giveaway coming at the end of the show, $20 US or strings, so pay attention.
Alex Couillard, we'll start with your comment. I went as far back as I could. Serena lost first round French Open 2012 and won it the next year. Federer, okay, so I read that. Okay. Okay. Jack Nolte says, Venus clearly lives game real inspiration, even though struggling for form. Tatar says Nadal's cursed at the Australian Open. He's lost a lot of times in the first round.
Might need to speak up a little bit there.
Jack Nolte says Serena, Alex lost first round French, then won Wimbledon. Okay, so he corrected her.
The French Open Wimbledon double was nearly impossible. How many people have done the French Open Wimbledon double? I know
Nadal has.
Nadal's done it twice, I think. Did Federer do it? Federer won the French Open in 2009, and then he followed it up, I think, by beating Roddick in the Wimbledon final in 2009. So he did the French Wimbledon double. How many other players in history have done the French Wimbledon double? In other words, shifting from a slow, grimy, sloggy, muddy, damp, dank surface where it usually rains a lot to a fast, quick surface where it kind of rains a lot too. That's hence why they put the roof. But how many people have done the French Wimbledon double? That's a difficult thing to do.
We've asked this before. Alice Fire says, there is no way to know if Federer's surgery worked good enough for him to be competitive again.
And LS Fire, by the way, you always do a really good job with your comments. This is a good comment, and why. When you mention the word surgery, this means there is metal and scalpels and stitches going into the human body, right? No one wants to have surgery. You got invasive materials going to your body. You risk infection. You have to go through physical therapy. You have muscles that atrophy. There's no win-win situation in surgery at all, unless you're young. But then you have to ask yourself, why did I get injured because I'm young? That type of thing. Usually it's football players. Mm-hmm. But anyway, when you're 40 years old, 39, my bad, don't shoot me. When you're 39 years old and you have arthroscopic knee surgeries, I think Federer had 2 of them, that puts you off the leg, atrophy sets in, and now you have to recondition it, and there is never a point in time where the body is any better after surgery. Okay?
All right.
That's all I'm saying.
Tara said, by the way, Justin, your bet about Pliskova at Roland Garros isn't looking that good.
I'll take it. I love the bet. Let's go. Not betting house on it because Carl will punch me in the eye like
Jack
that.
Nolte said, Justin, I do agree he could lose early, referring to Federer. Alex Couillard said, Nadal lost his ever in Madrid, and is anyone concerned of his chances at Paris?
Not really.
I obviously know my tennis. Federer's losing first round.
Who said that?
I obviously know my tennis.
Who said that? I think I agree with him, though. Yeah. Look, okay, put it this way. I always bring up this kind of metaphor, or maybe that's the wrong word for it, but sometimes when we get in these debates, I always like to say, if you would bet your house on it, would you do it? Would anyone out there bet their house that Roger Federer would win the first round? Would you bet your house on it?
Yes, I would.
Then you just lost your house potentially. It's too risky, and I think that's what he's getting at.
Okay, well, I obviously know my tennis didn't do so good at his picks.
But he said it himself. He's been studying. Don't doubt him,
but
man.
you really need to study because you were the worst.
Let's go. Come on, I'm with you, bro. Come on.
Alex Couillard said, remove the tattoo, Justin. Laugh out loud.
What tattoo? Oh, on my back?
Yeah. Tatar said, Justin being harsh on Federer, and here comes the classic tattoo comment. Laugh out loud.
At least she's been around to know what that means. Some people out there don't even know what that means. Boom.
Jack Nolte says, not sure who's in better shape for run after Australia, though Serena may be at Wimbledon, but Roger looks a bit better but unsure. I don't think he'll actually win either. Flora Moore says, you're already debating, but you haven't stated your respective positions. Laugh out loud.
Wait, define that though. Respective positions where? My respective position on Federer now is, look, for me currently, as of right now, he's the greatest of all time. Just because I'm telling you reality, this is what a lot of people don't understand. They think because I'm telling people or I'm speaking reality, which is in my head. This is my head, my opinion, what's going on in my random access memory. This is my quantum computer here. In my opinion, he's done. In my opinion, there is no way in hell that he's going to win another major. There's no way in hell he'll make a quarterfinal. In my head, and maybe I'm
been like
for
that in your head for a while.
Okay, but does that mean I'm not a fan, or does that mean that I went through his career as a realist, and I mean from juniors to now?
Oh, brother.
And then to finally have been a realist. And
he did say that about Tom Brady too, if you guys know about football. And I told him he will win. And guess what? My boy won. Just saying. Remember that?
But your boy was Aaron Rodgers before Tom Brady won a Super Bowl.
Tom Brady was, first of all, you said, oh, Tom Brady switching from the Patriots, to Tampa. I said he'll win. He won. Count that. Anyways, Tatar said, Justin, if Roger lost in first or second round of how, I'd be worried about Geneva.
He might. That might happen. It might happen.
James Ford said, my comment, shut up, Justin.
What is it?
Out loud.
Who said that?
Playing.
Who said that?
Gene.
You know I love you, though, bro.
Ellis Fire said another interesting thing is that Roger Federer got the vaccine. Could it be that? Could it be that reason he lost? No, I'm just playing.
You know my take on that. I have nothing to say about that. It's just for me, my medical records are private. So when I see that someone mentions,
obviously he wants other players to get the vaccine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my take on that, and this is a good comment. Thank you for that. When I see that some global icon, some I was going to say multi-million. He's like halfway to a billionaire. But when an athlete like that exposes their medical records to everyone, and maybe it's bullshit.
Get to him, I'll sit to the queen.
And maybe it's bullshit, but when someone exposes their medical records to the public, there's politics involved.
Probably.
There's some sway to push people to do something, and that's where I kind of tune it out. I don't think that our medical records are to be shared with anybody. I think it's a private thing, and good for him. I'm not saying pro or con or anything.
You just said you're against it.
No, I'm against sharing your medical records with the world. Obviously, he did that because he has a platform and
obviously
he
wants
a huge platform.
Yes.
So that was politically motivated, and don't count your chickens that he did that in the first place. You can't believe everything you read.
All right, let me go to the comments because I'm not gonna be able to go back.
All right, go ahead.
Sister the Queen said Djokovic took a while to get going in 2019. I think they need to play as much as possible before Wimbledon. Gene said Federer clearly stated in the press that he is playing on clay to prepare for his goal, which is grass season and Wimbledon.
Who said that?
Gene.
Don't let me spoil it, bro, but it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Jose P said, does Federer have a better chance at Wimbledon?
Can I
add the Open?
Okay, I don't want you to lose your comments, but let me ask everybody a question, and I want you to answer it to yourselves honestly, and not just because you're a fan. If Roger Federer is at Wimbledon and he has to face Nadal, or Djokovic, or Thiem, or Tsitsipas, or Zverev as of right now, or Rublev, or Berrettini, or a freaking 10 other people, is Roger Federer going to beat them right now on 3 out of 5 sets just because it's Wimbledon? Seriously, ask yourself the question. It's not that I'm not a fan. I'm not hating on him. I'm just telling you, I've been around the game my entire life.
What I'm saying,
it's just not going to happen.
I'm not saying that Federer will win a slam. My point is, this is not a big deal that he lost on clay. I don't think that he'll win. I think that he'll go far. To win, that's tough because you got Djokovic and Tsitsipas and a few players that can play on grass. I'm not saying that, but for anyone to say that they should have their dignity and retire, I think it's shitty.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not.
For anybody to say that comment, that's like me telling a teacher,
it's not. No,
you
you're
should
wrong.
retire because
this isn't
you're
a teacher.
too.
This isn't a teacher teaching young kids something. This is an athlete that's hobbling around on the court on a damn cane.
Isn't that what everybody told Tom Brady?
There.
And boxers that come back and baseball players that come back, if they're still passionate about it, and they're still good at it,
okay.
I could understand if the guy was 200 in the world, 100 in the world,
okay.
80 in the world. Serena, same thing. But they're not. They can still play.
Carla.
Venus sucks, and she's still playing.
Carla.
Sucks ass. Just saying.
But she's not trying to win another major and
I think Sister the Queen said it the best. They will know when it's time to retire.
Okay.
We are nobody to say that they should retire. They will know. I'm sure that they have enough pride, to realize, hey, I can't win anymore.
You mentioned boxing, Carla, that boxers come back. Let me ask you a question about the likes of Joe Louis, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield. How many boxers come back and get their brains beat in ended up dying young of like Alzheimer's, some crazy brain function
That's
disease.
on them. The doctor told him, hey man, you can't play singles, buddy. Guess what this dummy does?
Play singles, baby.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Exactly.
Oh, shit.
And I have to tell you, hey babe, remember what the doctor said?
Yeah.
And do you listen to me?
Nah.
Thank you.
But I think that's the competitor in all of us. But am I looking to win a major tennis tournament?
You
Carla?
still think you could beat me, and that shit's funny.
Okay, let me talk about something real quick. Okay, here's a couple of poll questions. How many matches does it take for a male or female player to win in a major all the way through the finals and pull home the trophy?
7, right?
7, right? Now, I mentioned our birth dates a little while ago, 43, 41, Federer, Serena, 39, 39. If I go out and play 1 or 2 sets at a high level, I can still play at a high level. But the thing is when I play at a high level, as long as I don't break my leg doing it, it takes me like 2 days, maybe 3 days to be able to walk normally again. That's all I'm saying. So you can't freaking tell me that Roger and Serena and whatever aren't very far off from that, and yourself included. So what I'm saying
Jack
is...
Nolte has a good question for you, by the way.
Well, hold on.
Great question.
You know I love Jack Nolte. Jack Nolte's a beast. Anyway, but you can't tell me, you cannot tell me that at 40 years old, you can go out and get drawn into a 5-set match. Let's bring this up. Let's say Roger Federer plays Sonego, the ultimate spoiler. Ha, ha, ha. Let's say Federer plays Sonego in the first round and goes 5 sets. Are you telling me Federer's old ass can take 1 day off and come back and go 5 sets against, say, Riley Opelka? And then if he goes 5 set with that, because you know the big servers, they go 5 sets, 7-6, 6-7.
There's things called nutrition.
Oh, Jesus, man.
Physiologists.
You're
Magic
making excuses.
potion like Djokovic has.
Man, you're crazy.
Anyways, Jack Nolte said, to you, who has more of a chance of winning a slam? Serena of now or Pliskova? Justin, answer the question. You have to pick Pliskova or Serena of now, not prime Serena.
That's a very good question. It's a very good question.
Yeah.
Oh, man, there's a lot of variables in that. But if I bring up variables, I think we're making excuses. So I think I have to look at it as a broad spectrum overall thing. I would have to still take Serena, but I would have to do that. Don't forget, I love Serena. She's the greatest of all time. She is the GOAT. Don't forget that when, and I've said this 1,000 times, when we're dead and gone, right? Carly, you're dead and gone. I'm dead and gone. We move forward. We're all dead and gone, and our children are coming up, and the grandchildren are coming up, and hopefully we're raising them in the game. Hopefully. But when our children grow up and then they have grandchildren and all of this history becomes to us what is like Ken Rosewall, Bill Tilden, Pete Sampras, Jim Courier, all these people, right? So what I'm saying is how do we find out who the greatest of all time is? We look at the history books. Who has the most majors? We've talked about this. Unfortunately, they're going to see Margaret Court, and I say that unfortunately as Margaret Court, and I'm not going to get into this. I'm not going to do this. We've done this 100 times.
I think there would be
I'm not going to do this here.
An exception for Serena.
There'll never be an exception.
No. I'm sorry. If you ask this generation who's the best ever in women's, they don't even know the history of Margaret Court. Serena has been such an icon in tennis that I think they would say Serena. They wouldn't even look at that.
But what I'm saying is...
I think it would be different for the men, though.
Okay, right now, let me ask everyone a question right now. Right now, today, how much time do you have in your lives to do anything? You wake up, you go to work, you pay the bills, you come home, you take a lunch break. Holy shit, life is tough. Right? Am I right or wrong? Everything you do, tougher. People around you are assholes. No one has time to do shit. Nobody. And if you get in my face, watch out because I might shoot you. That's how the world is, right? So what I'm saying is right now in time, you can't tell me 3 generations from now, someone's going to have the time to look up all the head-to-heads and blah, 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 like we do right now with Djokovic, Federer, and Nadal. No one has the time for it. So moving forward in the history books, people are going to open the history books and look at majors, just like Jordan in basketball. No one looks at necessarily, Bill, not Dr. J. Who's the one who's the NBA player that's got like 10 championships, but he played when everybody was a lot shorter? Who is that guy?
I don't know.
Not Will Chamber.
I don't follow basketball.
Yeah, I can't believe. Anyway, what I'm saying is people will always
Bill Russell?
Thank you. Who said that?
Who
Who said that?
Tatar and Jose P.
Boom. Absolutely.
By the way, man said, so you agree with me today? He's like, Carla, she's mostly wrong in her arguments, but she's right today.
How?
Definitely.
How are you right? It's just Clay? You're right, because this is just Clay.
What I'm saying,
but no one's asking about what happened when Roger lost on hard courts. No one asked, is it just hard court?
Justin, he just came back from 2 knee surgeries. I mean, I'm not saying the guy's going to win a slam, but I'm saying for us to think that the guy is done, finito, over. That's crazy. That's crazy. There is so much inconsistency in the ATP and the WTA Tour that if these guys lost in the first round at the French Open, who cares? Do you guys really care about Clay? I love Nadal, but do you care about Clay?
Well,
it puts you to sleep.
Okay.
It puts me to sleep.
I'm calling bullshit right here, right now. Her love child.
Nadal, but not because he plays on that stupid surface that I hate.
Then take it away. He's got like 2 majors.
Because of the person that he is, the way he acts on the court and the way he acts outside of the court is why I like Nadal.
Okay, can I say something?
I don't even like the way he plays. That whole game with a lot of spin, I hate it.
Carla, for once, I was disrespectful.
I like Federer's game style.
I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Carla says she likes Rafael Nadal for the way he plays on the court. Number 1, he picks his butt. Number 2, he's like this every time he serves. Number 3, he bounces the ball. Number 4, he's always cleaning the lines with his foot.
So? Djokovic is going like this. And Federer's always like GQ. Serena's always doing that. What's the big deal? They all have their own little things.
I agree. At least I'm not digging in my butt.
I mean, you put water in your hair and you go, and we hate it.
I don't dig in my butt, Carla.
I can say other things you do that I hate.
I don't go to tennis tournaments and win my 7,000th clay court tournament and start doing snow angels in the clay. I was talking to someone the other day out there.
Oh.
Like, how in the hell do you win your 7,000th clay court tournament and you're still doing snow angels in the damn clay?
So why does Djokovic go like this? Everybody has their own crap. They just do.
Snow angels in the clay is just normal.
That's his problem.
Pathetic.
I mean, Venus goes like this, like she's in a beauty pageant. Everybody has their own little thing, man. Come on.
Recovery time in between matches at our age. You notice how we said our age. Recovery time in between matches. It's not only longer. That shit hurts.
But they have shit hurts. They have better equipment. They have people around them that help them with that. You know.
So
I mean, if Djokovic could win a slam with a tear, he'll be okay.
So I guess now you're saying all these players have narcotics that are injected.
I'm not saying narcotics. I'm saying that they have specialists that can help him. You know, it's like I remember when I trained when I was 18, 8 hours a day. You know, I had a routine. Bath, you know, I would get an ice bath, and then I would have massages, and it would help him and stretch out. By the next day, I was good. But if I didn't do that, I was tight. They know they have their routines.
How old were you then, Carla?
18.
These folks are 39 and 40.
But they're professionals. They're not like you and I. We don't have that equipment.
Okay. Are professional athletes superheroes? Do they have kryptonite? Do they have lasers like Iron Man and flying around with rocket ships out of their boots? They're human beings.
He said, Justin, did you watch the second set? He said, Fed played very well. He just can't piece it all together in one match.
Who said that?
Oliver Field.
Okay. I'm going to give Oliver Field a good comment there because, no, he's correct. I did not. And I like to be honest. I did not watch that. My reaction to the loss was like, duh. Give him credit for that because he is correct. He called me out on it, and he is correct. I did not. I understand that he may have played very well, but my point is that in a major 3 out of 5 sets, if he gets pushed, I've already said this 10 times on the show.
But he has the style. He has a game that's not as grinding as Nadal. Nadal, unfortunately, with the way he plays, will not last as long as Federer has lasted. The serve and volley, the way he plays his points are less grueling on the body.
So you're telling me Roger Federer can go into Wimbledon and play a 5-set match?
I'm not saying that he's going to win. But I'm not saying that.
He is at a point right now where there's no way he can play multiple 5-set matches.
How do you know the guy doesn't just want to play till the end of the year and then say, hey guys, I'm retiring? He wants to enjoy his last year. Maybe that's why he's saying, hey, I want to win a slam. But he knows that's really tough.
Okay.
How do you know that? But the guy's not done. Maybe he wants to play to the end.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but this whole debate has spun off of the fact that
Justin is spouting and didn't even watch the match. Sister the Queen just called you.
And look, I will never not take a beating. I told you before we started the show I was going to get beat on, and I told you people would call me out, and I told you I would take it like a man, right?
Yeah.
Sister the Queen is right. Who was the other one? Oliver, whatever.
And Oliver said,
I'm going to take it.
He said, Roger, RG.
But Sister the Queen, look, Sister the Queen out there is one of the most staunch, universal, worldwide tennis fans on the planet. She goes everywhere and watches tournaments with her mother. You cannot take anything away from her, fact. But one thing, age, biology, body breakdown, wear and tear.
Sure.
It's just not going to happen.
Nobody's saying that. But what I'm saying, you can't say these guys, Roger Federer, blah, blah. He's not, you never know. Good point, Oliver Field, who made it 2019 semifinals. No one expected that. You just don't know. These guys have the tools. They have the experience. They have the game to go pretty far. They could get a lucky draw. Let's say Djokovic loses at Wimbledon, and Nadal is out, and Tsitsipas is out, and a few others. He could win it.
Someone in
Just like Soderling made a final. Big shocker, because I never thought he was a great player.
Soderling was a solid player. I just didn't expect him to take the clay title that year, and I think that
he never took the clay title.
Soderling won the French Open. No, Federer beat Soderling. He beat Nadal at the French Open.
Right, and Federer got his French Open finally. A good draw. You never know.
This is comical. We had a tennis student that came to us today, and let's take some comments on this one. So we have tennis students, and a lot of our students go to different tournaments. Like we'll go to a tournament here, they'll go to a tournament there, and another student will go to a tournament here, kind of spanning the Southeast. So we had a tennis student come today, and one of the parents, their response to her losing in the first round was, "Oh, well, she just had a bad draw." I was speechless in this. I've trained this girl since for like 2 years, and she's a good player. And then all of a sudden, she goes to a tournament and then she loses it. And then the parents' excuse is she just lost it because it was a bad draw. There's no such thing as a bad draw. There's 128 in a major, and the math goes down as we move into other tournaments. There's no such thing as a bad draw. You got to get through whoever you're destined to play anyway. Look, when we signed Christopher, our second to oldest son, up for a tournament, what do I tell the tennis directors before we go to the tournament so we don't possibly have to spend an extra night in a hotel room, Carlo? What do I tell the directors before?
Give him the toughest guy.
Give me the damn best player in the first round so I can take my happy ass home and cook chicken wings like I do have in the oven right now, and I haven't checked them in like an hour. Cooking chicken wings. Love it. Let's go. But I want the damn best player in the first damn round. Just go ahead and give me the best player now. And if I lose, let me take my happy ass home. We'll get back to the damn practice court. But don't give me some pusher in the first round, a pusher in the second round, only to meet the best player in the last round after we spent 2 days in a hotel. Just give me the best damn player to start off. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
That's how you have to look at life. I want to tackle the best right now. If I'm prepared, I want to now. And I feel like we're prepared.
Cool.
All right? Any comments you want to take?
Let's see. All right. Oh, by the way, Nishikori's gonna be a dad. Congrats.
Okay, Nishikori.
Nishikori's gonna be a dad.
It's always great to
By
be
the way,
a father.
one. Not talking about Federer, but remember how we were talking about Tony Nadal being hired for Felix Auger-Aliassime?
Yeah.
He gets beat by Musetti, who's a 19-year-old.
Musetti, the young Italian, has a beautiful one-handed backhand. Yeah.
But what to me was terrible was that here he goes again on match point and double faults.
Double faults match point. Carla, we've all done that. It happens.
But again, you should fire Tony Nadal. Save your money because you don't need that type of coach. You don't need to be spending money on that type of coach.
Carla, when we did a show not terribly long ago, a few months ago, where we talked about how would the marriage between Tony Nadal go and Felix Auger-Aliassime, and what did we say? At least I know what I said. My take on that was Tony Nadal was very successful with Rafael Nadal because they're family. And what happens to Spanish families, Carla? Get some of my sandal. Get some of my hat. Bah, 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 bah. Boom.
What you say?
What'd you say? Not me. So Carla's thing. Carla, she's Latin. She's a spicy Latin, right? So Carla's thing is she wears flip flops, and when the kids mess up or I'm like out of line,
No, I don't.
she'll take off the damn sandal and throw the damn sandal like.
I
Slap me with a damn sandal.
What are you talking about?
You are throw sandals.
I have a good aim.
Yeah, you
my
got good
kids
aim.
could be running in between the walls and coming up to the other
Like
side.
a ninja star.
And they're like, damn, mom.
It's like Matrix, throws the sandals like a ninja star. Anyway, Tony Nadal was successful with Rafa Nadal because it's family and they don't play games. But Felix isn't family, so Tony Nadal can't go slapping Felix with a damn sandal. So like I said at the show when we talked about this, don't count your chickens on this being some major champion matchup in terms of coach to student because he can't slap his ass with a damn sandal. Enough said
by the
of
way,
that.
good match to watch is Musetti against Korda. That will be an interesting match. Sister the Queen says I like Musetti.
I do too.
Me too.
I agree with you. Beautiful one-handed backhand.
That's what Jean
I agree
said.
with you, my lady. I do.
One to watch at French Open. That's what Jean said. Tatar said, trust me, Djokovic doesn't want the best player in the first round. Laugh out loud.
I mean, but true. But doesn't it save a whole lot of stress throughout? Look, if I'm a player or my son's a player or Carla's a player,
I think you need to work. When you're a professional, I have to disagree with that. Maybe as a junior, but when you're a professional, you got the money. I mean, they got the money to be there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 a whole week. I'm just saying they want to work their way. Because what about if you're having a bad day? You got to work yourself into the matches. I mean, look at Serena. She would always do that at the Australian Open. She always used to say one match at a time. She would work. She would get better as each round happened. And I think those pros, sometimes they just need to adjust. Oliver Field says, if Federer wins Hall, do you give him a shot at Wimbledon?
No.
No.
I don't
Okay,
give him a
it's
shot at
small
Wimbledon at
tournament.
all.
I say he has a good shot. I don't think he'll win just because Djokovic is better than him.
Well, I mean, what is it though? What is it at Wimbledon? I mean, I get he's won 8 of them, but what is it at Wimbledon?
Because his game suits him. The game suits that surface.
Can I speak with like 10 seconds without you
Because
interjecting?
you're asking a stupid question.
No, I'm not asking a stupid question. I'm asking you what at Wimbledon? Is it like the Harry Potter choo-choo train that shoots off into Hogwarts or something? What is it that at Wimbledon that gives him the magic potion to put life in his body to go 3 out of 5 sets every 2 days for 2 weeks? And that's what I'm missing.
The surface
I'm missing it, Carla.
The surface is less taxing on the body. The style of game he has suits grass. He's won many of his slams on grass. He had match point against Djokovic. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm getting dumber hearing this rationalization because the fact is this is bullshit.
And it's his baby. That's where he wants to retire.
He's 40
and
years
we're
old.
all hopeful that that's what he'll do, the last thing he does.
Well, you can shit in one hand and wish in the other and see which one fills up first.
Don't-
That hand's not filling up first, Carl.
Don't people play the lottery because they're hopeful?
We went to Mississippi this past weekend for a tournament, bought 4 lottery tickets, $5 a piece. I threw up 20 bills on that. $20. Did we win 1 dime?
That's why you play, and you gotta
That's why I play.
If you don't play, you don't know if you win. You could lose, but you don't know. You could win.
Anyway.
So there you go. He has to try.
I'm willing to take any bet with anyone out there, 10-1 odds on either Serena Williams or Roger Federer winning another major. That means you put up $10, I'll put up 100. If you beat me, I'll send you 100.
I'll put the $10 on Serena.
But we got the same bank account. Doesn't even make any damn sense.
I'm gonna teach you an extra lesson without you knowing.
All right. Here's the giveaway for today's show. This has been a great show. I love everyone out there. Thank you, everyone, for chiming in. This was the adult show. Our kids
Sebastian said you were too harsh on Federer.
I still love Sebastian too, though. I wasn't. I was just being real. I'm not being harsh on him. I'm just being real. Look, some of these people haven't seen the RF on my back.
Man, we need to. You know what we need to do, guys? Seriously, we need to cut it out and just put duct tape or something. You don't
Just
deserve
duct
that.
tape that shit.
You don't need that RF vacuum.
None.
I should put that on myself, not you.
Okay. I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, scratch that.
The competition.
Okay. A couple things. And then it's over. Take comments as you wish.
Oliver said you're too harsh on him.
No, it's not that I'm being harsh.
He is.
It's not. It's again. Roger Federer right now to tennis is like Venus Williams is to
What
tennis.
is Nick Kyrgios tattoo? They said.
Man, screw him.
He always
jerking out
he always
water
says the
bottle.
guy, someone that deserves nothing. You always give him like some type of credit.
I think reality comes into check with just absolute stupidity. I know we love him and we want to see him play and we want him to go out like
he's not.
It's just not going to happen.
Venus.
It's not the Cinderella story is not going to happen for Federer
like
here.
Venus
He's 20 and he's done.
Slam. It's not like it's Venus trying to win a slam. Federer has a chance.
He doesn't have a chance.
He has a better chance.
He doesn't have a chance.
He has
Carla.
a better chance than Medvedev winning a slam.
Oh, I agree with that because Medvedev has
He has a better chance than puppy hater Zverev winning a slam right now.
I don't know about Zverev.
I don't know. Do you know that him and Federer, they're not in the same company? They parted ways.
Well, do you remember when Zverev and Roger Federer went to South America? They used to cry on each other's shoulders like, I love you, man. And you're like, what the hell is that? Like, how are you two professional athletes and Zverev's all hugging you like, well, I love you, man. I'm like, what?
Did you think 2017 would happen with Federer winning his slams?
No.
Exactly.
I didn't there.
Don't know.
I didn't there.
Again,
but
this
is 4 years later, bro.
So what?
4 years.
A good draw, somebody loses, a top seed loses, or someone hits another ball at somebody's neck. You never know. Look at TM. He got his U.S. Open. Thank you, Djokovic. He's probably saying. Thank you.
You know, I sometimes I'm a loss for words with TM because he's made the French Open final twice, lost, but I'm not counting TM out for another major. You know, I would like to, but I'm not. If Dominic TM played Roger Federer tomorrow, who would win on any surface?
Federer would have a chance. Have you seen the way Dominic TM has been playing?
It doesn't matter.
You haven't.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's young. He's full of testosterone. He's ready to go. Roger Federer's got gray in his beard like I do. That's all I'm saying. And time and tide waits for no man. At some point, a 40-year-old body cannot keep up with a 25-year-old body, especially if you're in the same type of sport with the same type of training. The 25-year-old body is going to prevail. And anybody that thinks differently needs to think deeply.
Well, I guess Tom Brady's doing a great job with it.
He's playing football. And Tom Brady has to take a 3-step drop.
He's throwing a ball.
That's it.
Do you know how much
Carla,
that hurts on your arm?
Carla, I'm getting dumber now with the football metaphor.
Can you imagine surfing?
Carla, is Tom Brady on the field when the defense is on the field? No, he's sitting his ass on the damn sideline. And what happens when the punting team's in? Is Tom Brady on the field?
How old is Floyd Mayweather?
Okay, my stupidity is running out. I'm getting numb to these excuses. Okay.
Oliver said, Justin, you got to give him a shot. Alex says, Serena's giving a good draw.
Then take the bet. Take the bet. I love you, but take the bet. Take the $10 bet. $10 US. That's it. And I'll put up 100. That's how confident I am. I'm shocked that no one has taken that bet. Proof is in the pudding. Put your money where your mouth is. That's all I'm saying. $10 US. That's it. And I'm willing to put up 100. That's it. Put it there. Otherwise, there's not much confidence. Money talks, bullshit walks. That's all I'm saying. Put it up. I'm ready. $10 to 100.
Justin Federer?
That's it. Also, you can take Serena too. Take either one of them. It's not that I don't like them. It's just truth hurts. Wasn't there like a hip hop singer that did a video with Eric B and Rakim? Truth hurts. Anyway, I'm going above everyone's heads. Anyway, nonetheless, put the money up $10 to 100. I'll pay it out. No problem. All right. Ending the show for the giveaway for today's show. Earlier in this show today, I mentioned a date. It was a birthday, okay? Month, day, and year. Whoever answers this question first will win either 3 sets of Y-Tech strings, 3, or $20 US sent to you immediately by like PayPal, Venmo, whatever, okay? I mentioned multiple birthdays, okay? Multiple. What's Carla's birthday? Name it, you win. You do it on the show. I'll send it to you as soon as we turn it off. I'll put Carla on Venmo or I'll do it PayPal, whatever. What's Carla's birthday? Okay? Mentioned it. Like, unending. Okay?
Oliver Phil says, I'm not saying he'll win, but give him a chance. I live in Wimbledon and I can't wait to go and wear a mask and watch tennis again.
I can't wait to get your updates.
Mm-hmm.
I really can't wait for your updates. And look, I think this whole show was designed behind 2 reactions that Carla and I had. I found out that Federer lost and Serena lost. She found out that Serena and Federer lost on the same day. And my response was like, duh, no shit. I mean, what do you expect? Are you shocked? And her response was, it's just clay. And that's
It
two.
is just
That's two night and day differences.
Man, it's
not just the surface.
Again, you can lose-
It's father
You could
time.
lose to Mickey Mouse, and on clay, I could lose to anybody, really. I mean, I hate that surface. I really do. I hate the sliding, and I hate the slow dragging shot coming over. Here you go, boom! Slow.
It doesn't always work that way, but nonetheless, that was how we felt. I was like, well, duh.
You got it, Floor. You got it.
Okay.
You got Venmo, PayPal, whatever. Let me know. I'll send it to you right now.
And she's in the Philippines. It's on the way. You can do it while she's here. Flora Moore guest 8879. You got it on the way.
Alex PR says Serena Roger don't like clay. Exactly.
But also the earth.
Don't forget, and by the way, do you guys remember when Sampras had that bad year, lost in every first round, and then boom, wins the U.S. Open, baby.
Oh,
and then he retires.
He beat sorry ass Agassi in a fight.
Sorry ass Agassi.
Yeah,
Agassi
sorry
was
ass
younger than him.
He's a sorry ass Agassi.
Anyways,
you ever read his book?
Remember that?
You ever read Agassi's book? Because he's a sellout. He's a sellout.
Okay, what about Kyrgios? He's a dumbass, but you like him.
I don't like you. Who the hell? Where do you get all like Kyrgios?
Let's go back to his shows. He's always saying, but Kyrgios, come on.
Okay.
Sampras did it. Had a bad year. First round loss. And out of nowhere, he was like in the 50s, somewhere there, wins the US Open. No one expected that. Not one person expected that.
Just like her Jimmy Connors thing from the US Open beating Krickstein not terribly long ago. Anyway, if you are interested in competing for $250 in cash, a 2007 Pure Aero tennis racket, Rafael Nadal original racket with Pro Hurricane Tour. This is the real deal, not a copy. 2007 blah blah Pure Aero.
Yeah, he was only 30, but he was like out of the top 10 or out of the top 20 where Federer is not. Federer's playing better than Sampras did at age 30. Just saying.
I'm getting dumber sometimes with these comments. I just sometimes I'm losing brain cells.
Wait a minute, are you
shit.
telling me Sampras played better than Federer when he was at the end of his career?
Look,
wait. Are you telling me Sampras played better at the end of his career when he was losing?
How old was
he?
He
was 30, but his tennis was kind of. Anyways.
Sometimes I get dumb. Federer is like 9 years older than Sampras was when he won his last major.
Oh my God! But the guy is more talented than Sampras. Oliver Field says if Nadal doesn't win Roland Garros, do you think he gets 21 slams?
Who?
Oliver says if Nadal doesn't win Roland Garros, do you think he gets 21 slams?
No.
She said at my price to the winner of the fantasy team for the French Open. Okay.
Who? Flora Moore?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so count this. Flora Moore right now is plus $20 US. Flora Moore is in the Philippines. She is a fine lady. She is a staunch fan of the channel, and she is also a staunch fan of humanity. And her goal, and I won't mention her personal business, but her goal is to make sure or to hope that everyone that makes a mistake has a second chance.
Yeah.
And she does a very good job at that. I love you, my lady. You are a blessing to mankind halfway across the earth in the Philippines and the Pacific. So thank you very much. You're plus 20. Write it down. Count it. Count your chickens. You got it. If you want it before then, let me know. I'll send it immediately.
James said Federer won 5 slams after age 30.
He's gonna win 0 slams after the age 39.
Trump Mary says who is going to stop Nadal on Roland Garros?
That's a good question. It's a good. Djokovic could do it. It's possible that someone along the lines of Casper Ruud could possibly do it. You might laugh about that. Dominic Thiem could do it. Zverev could possibly do it. It just depends if old man Nadal gets up on the right side of the bed every other day for 2 weeks, and that's what you have to understand. At that
maybe.
That's another good one.
Are you smoking crack?
Yeah, Benoit Pierre, I'm out on that one.
Oliver Field says if Novak doesn't get Roland Garros or Wimbledon, will he win 20 slams? 21 slams?
That's another good question.
It would be doubtful.
That's another good question.
If Novak doesn't win 2 slams this year, he will not get 21.
It's a tough question. It's a hard hitting question, and maybe these are good questions for the next show.
Yeah.
Guys, we love you a lot. Thanks so much for everything. I gotta check on my chicken wings.
And I'm gonna go watch that match, rewatch, just so I can bug him.
Appreciate everyone. This guy 1000 hasn't tuned in. I think he's either in South Africa or England. I don't recall. But this guy 1000 let me know about your method
What
of
time is your
payment.
next show? We don't know.
Look, during the majors, just so you know, during the majors, and look, we understand that having a particular time to do this is important. So we can all kind of meet up, and we do this because we've tried to do a group, and not that's just, we don't give a shit about how many people watch. It's just like, it's nice to sit down with people from all over the globe and talk about an international language, which is tennis, right? We don't give a shit how many people watch. Just let's have a good debate, and we'll move forward. With that said, it's important that we come. Look, it's important that we come up with the time, but the thing is, we have 5 kids, we teach lessons every day. The only reason why we were able to do 2 shows in a row is because why? It rained out.
Rain, and Monday was kind of a day off.
Yeah, it rained out, so we were like, okay, Federer and Serena lost, let's do a show. Stuff happens in the world, and we want to come home and talk to you about it, but 5 kids, we have to pay the bills. We don't live in our parents' bedroom and have a little room set up in our bedroom. Time is money for us, and every second that we spend here, unfortunately, alas, it takes into our ability to survive on the planet in which we live. So we can't do that. There's a lot of tennis channels out there, but I get the drift that they're able to do that. We just can't. Life is too tough for us to be able to do that. Quote to end the show, quote, be kind, be nice, be kind, because everyone you meet is fighting a tough battle. Everybody's struggling to get by in this world in which we live. Inflation and everything is going up, and tennis is what brings us together, at least in our neck of the woods, at least for us in this house. Carla and I don't have a lot of friends. We teach, we raise our 5 kids, and we come home and we do this. So we thank you for being part of our family, and I'll leave it at that. But much respect to everyone. Vamos, let's go. And we look forward to doing this, and we wish we could do it more, but unfortunately, alas, it doesn't pay the bills. So we'll see you as much as we can, whenever we can, but it is our goal to do a show every single day during the French Open, but sometimes there's a hiccup in that because of lessons and how they unfold. Okay? Much love, vamos, let's go! Appreciate everyone. Adios.
Adios.